Hey, here I am again, Angel, telling you the rest of the story. I told you I was going to tell you my experience from the hospital to the rehab. All right, when you when you go through this kind of stuff in the hospital, they give you they give you pain medicine because you're in pain. But at the same time, they're giving you stool softeners, okay? And so they're giving me all this stool softener, but I don't, I'm not able to get up to go to the bathroom. So they keep giving me these stool softeners, and I'm not paying attention because I'm kind of out of it for a little bit. Anyway, so the day comes when, okay, I've been in the hospital like 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. It's kind of a blur or something like that. And I'm eating food, okay, because they're giving me food and I'm supposed to eat food, but I'm not eating a lot of food. And I had people buy plain yogurt for me because that's what I eat. And they don't have plain yogurt. The yogurt they have is full of sugar, and I don't eat sugar. So, anyway, my friends were nice enough to do that. So, I am now going to go to rehab. So and now I got kind of smart at the end, last couple of days. I says no more stool softeners, no more of that, because just don't think that's good. So I am now in rehab. Now I could bypass this part of the story, but I'm just being real and letting you know what people go through like me and tell you the good, bad, and the ugly of this story. So I get my first night at rehab. All of a sudden, it's coming out. And you know what I mean. So I'm having to call these CNAs to my room every so often, and they have to clean me up because I'm paralyzed and I can't get to the toilet. So they're cleaning me up. This is going on and on because you have to understand there's a lot probably in there. So they're like trying to say, well, it'd be nice if we could get you up onto the toilet, but how can we do that? And so I finally said, well, I have a shower chair at home. And so my brother and his wife were down. And so they were staying a couple days in my home. And I asked my brother Steve, would you please bring my shower chair, which is also my toilet chair, because I do everything all in one spot. So I'm just telling you. So he finally brings it. So it's just now sitting in my room. It doesn't fit in the bathroom. So I just said, you guys here don't really deal with people like me too often, do you? And they're like, no, it's obvious. So anyway, I had to go to another room. They had to move me to another room so that the bathroom would fit my shower chair. So I'm finally able to sit on the shower chair on the toilet. And voila, I stopped pooping on myself. Now amazing what happens when you go the way you're supposed to go. But I'm telling you that little part of the story because it's very, very, way more varies, humiliating to have somebody come and clean you up over and over and over again. And then there was this one CNA who happened to be a man. And I says, excuse me, you may give me my toothbrush and you may give me my face wash, but you are not going to clean me up. So there's just some things I know what I can do and what I can't do, and that is what I cannot do. So anyway, very humiliating. And all the while, I'm crying out to God, would you please help me pass this test? Because this is big. It's a big test. So I'm now on the other side of that big, horrible thing. And during that time, I'm not eating because I'm thinking I need to stop the flow here. And so I'm like starving myself. So finally, that part is over. And now I am feeling like, wow, I'm done with that. And I have to say here, put this in here, sandwich this in. If you don't know that there is a God, then you don't have any meaning. There's no meaning to life. There's no reason to even live and exist if this is just all for nothing. Okay? And if you don't know that God has an enemy called the devil, who then is our enemy, who seeks to steal, kill, and destroy you, if you don't get that part of the scenario here, this whole picture, then you're going to think all the bad stuff is from God. And God doesn't do bad stuff. He doesn't send bad stuff. We bring it on ourselves. Things just happen because we're in the earth and this earth is cursed. So, but you can be under the covering of God. And if you don't know what your weapons are to fight against the enemy, then the enemy's going to defeat you. So, but anyway, you have to fight. You have to understand, like this virus that's going on, the coronavirus, God didn't break my leg. God didn't send this virus. God doesn't, kill people. So, just so put that in there. So going now, I'm in rehab, and you like push the button for help. Okay. You're in need. And it would be sometimes an hour, sometimes longer than that before anybody came to help you. And I noticed this around, what was happening, and understood that these poor CNAs are probably way underpaid and overworked because they just looked like they were overworked. And so it was just a mess dealing with this every day. And so I would pray every single day while I was in there, God, help me pass this test. Because again, God He didn't do this to me, but God will use anything in our lives to increase our ability to use our faith and use our muscles of love and kindness and all those things that we're supposed to be walking in. If you're never tested in that area of where you are like being treated wrongly and you need to respond correctly, that's the whole point of our journey. And I remember the verse that God gave me way before any of this accident ever happened to me, where it says, we glory in, it's Romans 5, 3-5. We glory in tribulation, knowing, not just that we're like, we glory in pain. No, we glory in tribulation, knowing that it is producing endurance. It's kind of like when you're lifting weights, it's producing muscles. Well, in our spirit man, when we're going through tribulation, going through trials, that is like pressure pressing against us. So we're lifting weights that bring endurance into our spirit, into who we are. And endurance is producing proven character. It's revealing who you are. It's causing you to grow up, and so, which we're supposed to do. And so proven character then is producing hope, and the hope, which is an expectation of good. So I have seen this process. I have walked out this process over and over and over again, so many times, to where I now know that when I'm in a hard place, like being in rehab and being could be frustrated over being not being in control of anything, and them like taking my because I'm supposed to keep this cast up. It's not supposed to go onto the ground. It has to be elevated all the time. Well, it seemed like every morning it was a brand new CNA nurse person getting me onto the shower chair. And so I had to tell them patiently, no, don't twist my leg because that's not good for my leg. No, don't put it onto the ground because we're not supposed to put it there. And I would have to like say, okay, now we're going into the bathroom and we have to turn the trash can all the way upside down and put a pillow on it so that we put my foot onto the pillow. And I would have to go through this complete training of another person. I mean, I didn't count, but it was a lot of times because it was a new person every morning. It's amazing, you know. It would be nice if they kind of used the same one on a person because then, you know, you kind of get used to each other, but they just don't. Anyway, so I had to be patient. I had to exercise that muscle of being patient and kind because anybody can be patient and be irritated. But if you look up 1 Corinthians 13, it says that love is patient and it's kind. Okay, those two go together. So, anyway, so I had to go through that whole process. Okay, and what's cool is that, again, since I've been through this process so many times, I would say, God, you know, I really need somebody to bring me some clothes. I need somebody to go home and wash these clothes. I need more yogurt or cranberry juice, or I need this or that, or oh God, I really need my hair washed. And you know what? Karen, my hairdresser, she would always call at the right time. And she would take, right when I would pray, God, please send somebody, she would come and either take my clothes, go wash them, bring me some of her clothes. She would wash my hair, and the way we wash my hair is we're creative. Okay, so we'd get the trash can, and I would hang myself like off the bed into the trash can, and she would find some container and go and put water in it and wash my hair. And I would just put my head over the trash can. Worked great. So, and then people would just visit it. It was like God is so good that I would ask for something, I would be in need, and God would show up. I mean, just like with Steve and Ginger being able to stay at my house right at the right time when I needed my shower chair. So, which is amazing because, you know, you would think at a place like that, they would have a shower chair with a hole at the bottom. Just saying. So I'm just glad he brought it. It was right. It was right time. So, and then I'm picky about what I eat. So God provided everything that I needed because I asked him. It's amazing. He said, you have not because you ask not. And so anyway, so I'm going through all this and God is just so helping me. And you have to know I do have a little sense of vanity. Okay, it's called. So I could wear no makeup. I wore my glasses all the time because right now I wear contacts, but glasses all the time, not taking any showers. Now I sat on the shower chair, but it was just to go to the bathroom. But nobody wanted to give me a shower. So I mean, of course I'm using a rag, okay? and I'm cleaning myself every day, but it's not like a real shower, you know. But they didn't want to they didn't have time to actually cover this cast, my whole leg, and they didn't want to get it wet. So that's a long time. So I'm just saying, there were many tests. The test of, you know, being ugly, like really bad, and just be feeling yucky, dirty, and not being in control, and being humiliated, and just all the tests. But you know what? Now, if it was the old angel, I would not do well. No, I would not have done good at all. But because the word was in me, the word was really deep in me. And see, again, I've said it before, when you meditate in the word, that just means you're reading it, believing it, thinking about it, speaking it. Your faith becomes large and you really believe it. It's like you have now faith energy inside of you to do whatever you need to do, believe for. So I knew what the word said. I knew God said to walk in love. I knew what God said. So if I, though, didn't have that in me, I would not want to, I'm not a very good person to be around. But because the word was in me, I was able to call on that word and walk it out. But I'm telling you, I couldn't have done it without God. So I am giving him the glory about it, is what I'm saying. So anyway, and I'm going too long here. I gotta finish this here. So it came to where that's the other thing. The people that you're rooming with could be really bad or really good. And so when I first got there, she was an awesome roommate, okay, at the rehab, but she was leaving. So then I was by myself for like a couple nights before I was moved, like I told you, to the other side of the rehab, to another room. And it was to a lady that left her TV on. Now, I'm not a TV watcher. I'm not into that too much. I'll watch the news maybe once in a while, but she left it on a lot. So I had to deal with that, and I had to be kind about it. So, but you know what? She was only there for just a few days. Okay. And she then left to go home. So then I'm by myself again. I'm thinking, oh, good, maybe nobody will come, right? Well, someone came, but she was the most precious lady. She was an 85-year-old precious woman. And we were like just two peas in a pod. We were the same. We liked the same things. We liked to talk about God. We just enjoyed each other's company. So that was good. That was a really good thing. But it came time when, uh, and of course they're like asking me, the physical therapy people, the doctors, like, do you think you're ready to go home? And I'm in my head thinking, I don't know how in the world I'm going to take care of this leg. I don't have anybody right now. I'm not, my son's gone. I don't have, even if he was here, he can't stay home from work to transfer my leg every second of every day on to different things. And so I had to figure that part out, but I didn't figure it out. God did. And so I'm going to stop there because I'm going way too long. And so I'll just tell you the rest in the next video. I'll leave you with a little bit of a cliffhanger there, which isn't that big of a cliffhanger. But there you go for now. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments, okay? I may not respond to everybody, but I really do appreciate you listening. And the only reason I'm saying this is so not to glorify me or for you to even say, oh, you're so strong. And no, it's to say, God is no respecter of persons. If he's doing this for me and his word did this for me, then he can do it for you. And it's not hard. It really is not hard because God already did all the work and he wants to help you along and believe me, he wants to do this more for you and get involved with your life more than you want him to. I mean, he's just ready and willing to help you with every little thing and big thing. And so that's why I'm doing this. This is so not about me. It's about you. It's about helping you to overcome and to show you that no matter what you're going through, you can overcome in the midst of it and rejoice. Honestly, I did not have one bad day in that whole experience of the hospital or the rehab. I didn't. Now, there may have been bad things happening, but in my spirit, in my being, I didn't get mad. I didn't get irritated. I just never got depressed or down. I did not. So you can do the same. So there you have it. I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.